Hi guys, and welcome back to Factorio Vanilla. This is episode 17. So last time we started to automate everything and that went quite well. We've got all the basics in place now for everything we need. This time we want to try and work on oil a little bit and bring that up to scratch, because we've now got the ability to crack oil down into lighter forms and eventually into petroleum. And after that I think we're going to have to work on bolstering our smelting, because what we've got now just isn't cutting it. So how much pipe we've got ready? Not a huge amount, but it will have to do. And how are we doing for chemical plants? 30. That should be plenty because we've already got a few in the pocket. So at the same time, how are we doing for inserters as well? No inserters. Why is that? Because we're not getting normal inserters, and we're not getting normal inserters because we've forgotten to plug the green circuits into it. So that's a nice easy one to fix. And in a moment we'll have some blue inserters, even if it's not many. I think that's all we can rely on for now though. So let's run down to our oil area. And start switching things over. So we've got no petroleum at the moment, and we've got no batteries being produced and no plastic being produced. So what's gone wrong? We've filled up with heavy oil and we filled up with light oil. So because of that, the whole thing has ground to a halt. It's a good thing we got cracking done in time then, because if we'd used up what we produced we wouldn't be able to do anything more with it. But let's swap the recipes over on this. And I've just realised that we've got our inputs the wrong way around. That's a little bit frustrating. Never mind, just have to deal with that. So, underground pipe first of all. And how do we want to connect this up? Well, given that that goes into the wrong place, we might have to just scrap the entire lot here and start again. Now the reason I'm ripping all the pipes up is you can't mix liquids in pipes, and because there's already oil in those pipes you wouldn't be able to push water through it. So let's see where we need to line this up now. So that goes from there to there. We can take out that piece because we don't need it, but it will come along like this. And there. So in a moment we can tie in the last of our pieces for this. And once again we've now got oil flowing to this, but we also need to put in our water, so that can come in with something like this one. So that's Lab Research 4 researched, which means that our research facilities are now going the fastest they possibly can do. So, do we want to move towards power armor? Because we could get that going. Let's see, we've got the alien artifacts, we've got the steel plates, we don't have electric engines yet, but we can look at those in a moment. And likewise, we don't have any processing units yet, but we could start to look at that. Or do we want to move more towards robots, which would also need the electric engine units? And I can't remember whether they need processing units or not. Let's take a look. Well, that doesn't. Construction robots don't seem to. Let's go for power armor first, because that way if we are attacked we can always try and get around it. But in the meantime, let's finish this off. So where can we get our water input from? We could run it down from there, that seems like a reasonable place. Do we have enough underground pipe left to do this? I'm not sure. No, we're going to be one set short. Fortunately we can still make it, so that will go there and connect up to that. And we need to hook that up there as well. So there you go, we will now start producing more oil again. But within a moment or two I expect this to cut off, because as soon as the pipes fill up with petroleum, well, it won't be the petroleum that fills up, it'll be the heavy and light oil. But now that's filled up again, we can't do anything more. So what we need to look at next is cracking heavy into light and light into petroleum. And I probably want to do that somewhere over here, because I can take advantage of what space we've got over here then. In fact, I might even want to look at burning away some of this wood, but that could be a little bit risky because it could well run right the way around and damage all this over here. So I'll see what I can do for now, and we can always move things around if we need to. So I think if we have one heavy into light, bring this along a little bit, and then so that's power armor done. We can't make power armor 2 yet because we don't have the ability to make alien science, so we can now start back on the path towards robots. So what do we need for that? First thing we need is Advanced Electronics 2, so let's get that underway. And I was just trying to get 11 and 12. So we're going to need a fair bit of pipe for this, and actually we could do with more underground pipe as well. So let's run back up to the top, grab some more off the belt, and hopefully they will actually produce a little bit more by this time. So we've made a few more inserters, plenty of pipe, but no underground pipe, because we just don't have the iron to do it. Not to worry, we can make a little bit more. But as soon as we are finished plumbing all this together, we do desperately need to increase our smelting facilities. So with this, we're going to want... That's fine, our turret's taking care of that. That's going to be our output, and we can link these up like so. I think that works out. So that goes there, that goes there, and this can then feed back into here. So if we just hook that up. So what I'm trying to do is figure out in my head where all the different pieces connect before I set it all running, because I don't really want to have to strip it down and rebuild it all. But if we look at this now, this is going to be our light into petroleum. So that needs water and light oil. And the other side will do exactly the same. And this will be our heavy into light oil, which will then feed into here anyway. So what's the best way to do this? As we've got that link there, that makes sense to line up. And we could end up doing something like this, I think, where we bypass those and come straight in from the sides. And then we need to find some way of getting a water line into here as well. So that's going to require something like this. So far, so good. So if we then take it across from here to the edge of the lake, put a pump in, which we don't have the iron for. Let's grab some iron, make some pumps. And we want to connect this side up to, is it there? Looks like it. So that will run across, not quite long enough, but it will just about do. So this can hook up through there. So we've now got light oil coming on up on this left hand side, and we've got enough pumps there to make water coming in on the left hand side as well. I don't know whether this pump will be enough to supply water to the other side as well. We can try it and find out. And if it's not, we can always put another pump in. So same thing on this side of doing the water first, which means I need to come out a second space. I think I'm going to run out of pipes to connect all this, so we might have to take a break to replenish the pipe supply. Let's see. I can't even see the underground pipes. Where have they gone? Am I completely out of them? I must be. So yes, we do need to get some more underground pipes crafted before we can continue. And that's going to use up most of our normal pipe supply as well. So while we're waiting for that, let's put the power supply in. And if it will fit, yep. That works quite nicely. Which means connect it over to here. And we want to put some lights in there as well. Do we have lights over here? I can't tell. Got one there, and yeah, we've got some in the middle, so that's fine. We've got lights that work for what we need. And then this will be connecting it all up on this side. So how to connect this up now? So let's see, if we bring this down, bring that over here, and then we can just use a few of these to connect that side up, and there, and then to get our light oil coming in, it's bring that down to there, and across. So if I've got this right, we should now be making, yep, light oil into petroleum, which is coming all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and across into this, and across to be stored and then used as we need it. So the last thing now is to hook up the heavy oil into light oil. So same sort of thing. This requires a heavy oil input, which we're going to have to run from where? That's a tricky one. If we run it from here, across to there. It comes out in the wrong place. Okay. And we can't take it up there very easily either. Might have to do it this way, which is not exactly what I would choose to do, but I've left myself with less working space than I should have done. So if that comes from there to here, and we're really running out of pipes for this. Connect that up there, so we've now got heavy oil coming through. And the final step then, we might just get away with this, is to connect that up to a water pump. Which I've lost somewhere, there they are. So we can't run through there, which is not exactly ideal. Let's see about replacing that with a short stretch of underground pipe. There you go, we can now get across again. And we need some power for this one as well. So that should now crack our heavy oil into light oil, our light oil into petroleum, which means that these things can start flowing again, and these will start to drain slowly, these will start to drain slowly or quickly, and these will hopefully fill up a little bit. So with oil taken care of and plastic and batteries starting to flow again, we don't need to worry so much now about running out of things. So the next step now is trying to improve our throughput for our smelting furnaces. So the very easy thing that we could do is we could go from stone furnaces up to steel furnaces, and the reason for that is we would double the crafting speed from 1 to 2 without needing to rearrange anything. But I've resisted that the whole way through because I'm not a big fan of steel furnaces. I think they're often a waste of resources. I'd much prefer we actually get up to electric furnace straight away, because we can then have the same crafting speed too as the steel furnace, but you get the ability to run them without needing coal inputs, and you can put modules in there for later on to make things run faster or use less electricity or produce more resources. So to do that, we're going to have to automate production of electric furnaces, and they take steel, advanced circuit and brick. Well, we've got steel already, we've got advanced circuit, the red circuit already. Stone brick I think we're producing down here somewhere, so can we belt that across? I've lost it, it's around here somewhere. There. It looks like we've actually run out of a lot of these as well, so we can replace that. We are making stone brick there, and in fact we've got a full chest of them over here, so that's good. Now, what's the best way to run them over to where we want them? Is there space to take it through on this side? I'm not sure there is. We've got one square that we could use, but then it'd be difficult to actually go around anything. That's a tricky one. Okay, well, we can start off by bringing the materials this far, and then work out where to go with them next. And again, we can upgrade some of these to medium poles along the way. So that could do being one further away, so let's increase that one as well, which will allow us to stretch that little bit further. So there you go. This can come under there, and the rest of it then should work fairly easily. Just need to remove a tree or two to make the journey a bit smoother for it. So this can come right the way along from there. We've got plenty in the buffer here for now, but we can always expand our mining facilities if we need to. So let's just link this up to the chest, and then we can probably call that one done. So I think a stack inserter would actually do best for what we need here. That will take a few seconds to create though. So in the meantime, are there any other mining drills that have finished what they're doing? Because we're slowly working our way through this patch. That's almost done. That's got loads left still, but most of what's there is actually pulling off here. That's in a similar position, it's just pulling off there slowly. These... oh, we're running out of power? We are. Well, that's come as a surprise. Why is that running low on power? So we should be generating close to 22 megawatts here. Okay, that's an unusual one. But in that case, I think we will put this down, give it some power, call the episode there, and next time we can check out why our power is running out, and also get the electric furnaces underway. So that's it for now. See you next time.